Hey guys, finally he sleeps here. The S10 project is still underway. Let's see, last thing was the brakes. And as we were bringing the truck home from getting a new brake line put in, the radiator went out. So the money pit continues. Today we're gonna swap the radiator out. It's really not that much to do it. It's messy, but it's not that difficult. So here we go. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, check out the rest of the Project S10 videos and everything else that's here on the channel. First step, basically just remove the radiator cap so we can open the system up, and then we're gonna drain it from underneath. And then we'll drain it on the other side with a petcock. All right, so here's the new radiator that's going in, and as you can see right here in the corner is the petcock. That's what we're gonna turn counterclockwise to drain it. All right, so I'm up underneath the truck. Here's where the petcock is. It is right there above the cross member, which kind of sucks because when it drains down into the pan, it's gonna go everywhere. This is one of the most difficult parts of this just because it's so messy. There it is, it's starting to drain into the pan. All right, the next step is to move the air box out of the way because we're gonna have to get access down and take the radiator shroud off. So we're just gonna disconnect all the bolts and everything and just move the air box out of the way so we can get access to everything we need down here for the fan shroud. All right, so with the whole air box out, we see a little bit more access. We got to take these two out on both sides, and then there's 3 across the top. And the air box was pretty easy. There's basically attaches here, and then there's a couple of wiring connections, and then that one big screw where it connects into the carb. Do these on this side. Next step is to remove this whole upper assembly. We're just going to move this out of the way and wiggle it out. All right, next step, the fan. We're going to have to remove the, actually, do we even need to remove the fan?
Doesn't look like you need to. What's that bottom plate coming? Is that just it? It's clipped in.
It's clipped in. You can remove the fan blade to make more access, but I think we're going to try to do it without removing the fan and just see what happens. I may regret it. We may come back and have to remove the fan, but right now I'm not going to take it off. So the lower half of the fan shroud is clipped into the bottom of the radiator. So he's down underneath the radiator, and see if we can't unclip this and pull this out without having to remove the fan shroud. Is it just the 3 clips? I wonder if I can do it from the top because I've got all this room up here. Hand me the flashlight real quick. Here, hand me the flashlight. That's a screwdriver. I think I can do it from here. There is the lower part of the fan shroud, and it is attached to 3 clips at the bottom of the radiator, and we just disconnected it. We're just going to let it hang, and I don't think we need to pull the fan or this lower half out if we can just leave it sit there. All right, so the next step is we basically just have to remove the lines on the radiator, and we have, let's see, what is it? 1, 2, is there 4 down there? 2 more. 2 more lines down here that we're just going to unclamp and do it. This one's a little rabbit ear clamp that you're just going to use a screwdriver. Where'd that flathead go? Right there. Just to relieve the pressure and pull it away. That's one. This one is actually, what did they do here? Did they have, that's supposed to be a fitting. They don't have the fitting in. They've got it clamped on with a hose. All right, so we got all the fittings off. There's a few different kinds. We have the compression fittings. There's a little clip ring you pop out and then they just pull it. So on this side, you've basically got 1, 2, and then 3 down here. Just these 3 on this side. The other side actually has 4 total. And then we'll take a look at the radiator, and it's really not that heavy. It's really light. Once you have those in, all we're gonna do is lift it out. Now it's just a matter of putting the new antifreeze into the system and burping it. You got to have the truck up, jacked up in the front, get all the air out of the lines, and then we'll go from there. Basically, I'm just filling this up. This is a spill-proof funnel. And then we're going to start the truck, bring it up to temp. Make sure, though, you clean out your overflow reservoir as well. That way we're doing a full flush. Also, periodically check underneath the truck and make sure that there's no deck's cool hitting the floor. Next step is to get the truck running and bring it up to temp, get all the air out, and then we'll fill the overflow. All right, now that we've got all the antifreeze in, we've got all 3 gallons in, next step is to come out to the truck, crank your heat all the way up. We're just gonna put it on defroster and bottom. Start the truck, and we'll try to get the rest of the air out of the system. Let the truck run, we gotta get it up to temperature. Once we get all the air out of the system, then we're gonna fill up the exterior and then just double check and make sure it's not overheating and we're good to go.